Welcome to the Polish table with Agnieszka and friends, and I am flying solo today. I'm going to be doing a regional dish from where I'm from. It's a Silesian dish, and these are called Zrazy, which is a rouladen, like a beef rouladen, and we'll be making Silesian dumplings, which is a potato-based noodle with some very delicious mushroom sauce and some fillings with mustard and pickles and bacon that'll just get your taste buds going. So join me, and I'll show you how to make them. Welcome back to the Polish table with Agnieszka and friends. I'm Agnieszka, and we are going to be making Zrazy, which is a beef rouladen, along with a very yummy mushroom sauce as a topping. So let's get started. I'm going to be using a really, really thin, it's called sizzle steak. And so we're going to season it with a little bit of salt and pepper on both sides. I'm going to give it a little kiss, a little dimey bougie with some salt, and then we'll do a little pepper. Perfect. I'm going to flip that over and do the other side as well. Okay. And this dish is really popular from where I'm from, but there's different variations you can make this with. You can do a mushroom sauce, you can do a mustard sauce, and it's all about the filling. Filling in Polish is farsz. What a great name, huh? That's a great thing to say. Farsz. Pretty cool. So I'm going to be using Bacik's musztarda kozacka, and it's a mild mustard. It's not very strong. So what we're going to do is we're going to spread it on the meat like this. A nice little thin layer all over, just like that. And there are several different kinds of mustard that you can get, whatever you want. Depends what your preference is. Add that on there. You want a nice thin layer on it first, because we are going to add a little extra something. Typically, this is done with a pickle, an onion inside. And I like, of course, to use the pickles in the brine because they are just much more tastier. They're not very, very vinegary. Okay. So we are going to you slice them up really, really, really thin, just like that. I cut off the ends a little bit. And I'm going to do a couple variations because I'm going to do it with the actual pickle, and then I'm going to do it with this pickle puree that Bacik makes. It's just so tasty. All right. So we're going to put it in this way because we're going to roll them. We're going to tuck and roll. Tuck and roll. We'll do one like this. Let's get this puree going. This is lovely. I'm going to put that on top. Look at that. You don't even have to chop it up. It's already done for you. Easy peasy. Spread a thin layer. Just like that. All right. Then we're going to, of course, use a little bit of bacon, which is my favorite. I'm going to slice it up a little thin. This is Hunter's bacon, Śliwska, which is double smoked. It is really, really good. I'm just going to do 2 of them. We're going to put that right in there, just like that. And we'll do this one with the pickles, because pickles are my favorite. I'm going to add a little bit more of the mustard just for a taste on top. Now you got your mustard on there. And the key to do this is to make sure you've got your toothpicks. Your toothpicks are going to hold these guys together. So here we go. We are going to tuck like that and fold. Fold it right over. Look at that. Look how pretty. Beautiful. Look at that. Perfect. Say we can do maybe 2 toothpicks should suffice. Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to dip it in flour to get a little batter. So let's do these first. Same thing. A little tuck. and a roll. I love this dish. It is so yummy. The mustard really brings out the flavors in the meat. Really don't have to add any more seasoning on there because it's all in there for you. And this farsz, this filling that Bacik makes, the puree of the cucumbers, is really good. It's very versatile. Roll, roll, roll. Look how perfect that is. And it's okay if a little bit comes out. It's all right. It is all fine. Now the ones with the bacon. These are delicious. I'm going to do one without a pickle in it and one with a pickle in it. Look at that. Perfect. Add a little pickle because pickles are where it's at. And we're going to roll, 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 roll. Beautiful. You want to do the toothpicks in there because what's going to happen is when we pan fry them, it could fall apart. It could fall apart. You just don't want to take that chance. I'm going to put a little bit of some flour right over here. We're going to dunk, dunk, dunk. Doesn't need to be perfect. You just want a little bit of a coating. All right, we are going to tuck it. And you want to tuck it with the underside so it's like this, so it doesn't fall apart. Stick that guy right in there. Perfect. Let's grab another one. Ale dobre. So in my pan, I have some vegetable oil that is being heated up. And you want it to be hot, really hot. Look at that. Okay. The coating just gives it an extra zhuzh, an extra taste in there. Again, toothpicks on the underside so it doesn't fall apart. This is such a great dish, either with noodles or with potatoes, French fries. You can do whatever you want with it. Roll that in there. Very tasty. It's a very popular dish. I like to do it in the fall, and the fall time is the best time because it's kind of rich. All right, we're going to put these guys right on here. Yummo. You hear that sizzle? Oh, yeah. All right, a little bit more flour. We don't want to crowd them. Take our time. And you don't want to really like burn them. You just want to get them a little, just a little pan fried, just a coating, because these are going to go into your oven at about 350 for about 45 minutes. Put them in and forget them. Okay. Very good, very good. Let's see here. We'll flip them over. Look how pretty. It's okay if the mustard is coming out, it's fine. Because once you put that mushroom sauce on there, it's all gonna marry and it's gonna just taste really, really good. Not doing anything wrong if a little bit comes out. It's okay. Look how pretty. And the smell is amazing. If you like pickles, this dish is for you. Let's add these guys in here. Okay. There you go. Flatten it a little bit so it gets a nice shape. Okay, so in the meantime, I'm going to start a sauce. Let me wipe my hands. So we've got bacik, some hydrated mushrooms, and these you just put in, steep some real hot water and let them come to life. They will plump up, and that's exactly what we're going to be using. So let's make our sauce. Let's flip this over. here. I'm going to start off with a little bit of butter. Melt that down. There we go. I'm going to do a little mushroom and a little onion. See, it's perfect. It's browning just enough. And then you put it in the oven with the sauce. Great fall meal for your family. Rouladen. It's from Germany, I think. There's the same kitchen, inspired by Germans. We have the same kind of kitchen in our. We're going to use a little bit of cream. I'm going to put some onions inside the pan. Let those come down. I love our mushrooms, the dried mushrooms that Baci carries. They're so flavorful. You wouldn't think that they would be, but they are so good, and you don't need a lot. And don't get rid of the water, because this is liquid gold. This is where it's at. Okay. I'm going to take out a little bit of these. Put that in here. Look how pretty they are. We are going to turn this into a sauce that everybody is going to love. And it doesn't take long for them to get rehydrated. Not long at all, about 15 minutes. Look at that. I'm going to add a little bit more. Now you could chop these off a little fine, or you could keep these full. It's up to you. I'm going to keep mine full because I got a little flour on my cutting board, so there's no need to make a mess out of that. Okay. Going to add a little bit of the cream. Look at that. Oh yeah, butter and cream. Makes mama happy. And we're going to add the water from the mushrooms. This gives it that extra flavor. You don't have to use a stock, just use the mushrooms. It's going to thicken up. Very good. I'm going to flip my Zrazy over because we don't want to burn them. Look how nice. You could smell the mustard. It's so good. And like I said, you can use any kind of mustard that you like. If you like Weber's, if you like French's, if you like Grey Poupon, your options are endless. Look at that. Oh yeah. I'm going to add a little bit of majoranic, marjoram. That right in there. I'm going to add a little bit of flour just to thicken it up. Just a little pinch. Perfect. That should do it. Mix it up. Oh yeah. Oh, it smells so good. It smells like Christmas Eve when you use these mushrooms. Just think of, oh, it smells like Christmas. It smells like Vigilia. Who doesn't love a mushroom sauce? Especially these. And Baci does have some options. You've got your borowiki, you've got your pogrzebek suszony. There's different ones you can use. Look at that. So yummy, so rich. It's almost sinful. Very tasty. So join me back. We're going to plate this, and we're going to add another side dish to it to make it a very, very yummy plate. Welcome back to the Polish Table with Agnieszka and friends. I'm Agnieszka, and we are going to be making our Silesian dumplings, our Kluski śląskie. This is a potato-based noodle, if you will. So basically, you are going to want to boil down your potatoes and have them completely cool. So I've mashed down 2 potatoes here. I'm going to do another one. Just kind of mash, mash, mash. And you want this to be cool, otherwise it will not form into that cute little dumpling. It's going to be soggy. Just going to mash that right in. Perfect. Mash, mash, mash. I didn't bring my masher today, I forgot, so we're going babcha style. We're using our fork. Can't remember everything, right? All right, so the little trick with this is we want to make this as flat as possible. Super flat. And in the meantime, I've got some water boiling so I could drop the noodles in. And you want to make this pretty even because it's equal parts. So here is my trick. You are just going to take a knife and you're going to go 1 and 2. We are going to take out one part. Just put it to the side. La la la. Just like that. And then you're going to add your flour. About a cup. And you want it to fit so you know that it's about the right size. See? Little trick that I do. And this way you can always add more if you need to. All right, let's put this to the side. And then we're going to add an egg. This is the most simplest noodle ever in the world. Put that in there. We're going to add just a little bit of salt and pepper for taste. A little sul and some pepper, a little pieprz. Very nice. And we're going to mix this up. And you want it to be a consistency kind of like, again, like Play-Doh, a little bit like a Play-Doh. Moist and wet, but not too much, so it's not sloppy when you throw it in and it starts falling apart. Mix, mix, mix. And this is such an easy dish. Like you could eat this with butter and breadcrumbs on top. You can have green beans with this. You can do a rich mushroom sauce, which we did today. Add that right in. It's starting to kind of make its own. Yeah, this is the consistency you want. We're going to add just a little bit more flour. Okay. Add that in. Dobrze, smells good. You can put dill in there, you can make it really fancy, you can put marjoram, or you could just leave it plain. It's up to you. It's your meal. All right, I'm going to dust a little bit of flour onto my cutting board, just like that, because we don't want it to be sticky. It's kind of fun. This is nice to do with kiddos. They feel like they're participating and contributing to dinner. Up like that. Let's put this guy away. And then we're going to just fold. Look at that. This is another way that you can make kopitka as well, which are also a Silesian regional dish. Add a little bit more flour. All right. It's starting to take its shape. Like I said, kind of like a little bit of Play-Doh, if you will. Beautiful. Get the underside. And you'll know, you'll feel that perfect mold where it's not sticky, it's pliable. All right. Take my excess potato off my fingers. And so I just pick at it. And you're going to roll it into a little ball. You know, like thumbprint cookies? This is exactly what it is. It's potato pasta. Put it there. there. And I've got some water boiling. You want to make sure that your water is definitely boiling. We'll throw those in. It's okay, like that. So yummy, so easy. It's like Polish gnocchi. So we're going to do a little thumbprint right in the middle, just like that. Here goes another one. Boop. And another one. It's like a thumbprint cookie, but you don't want to put your Hershey Kiss on this. You don't want to do that. All right. So I'm going to put this in the water. Just drop them right in. There we go. I don't want it to splash, so there they go. And you know that they're going to be ready when they rise up to the top. They're tasty, they're light. A little sauce, a little bit of some zrazy to go with it, and you've got yourself a great meal. Easiest dish ever. A little thumbprint in the middle, throw it in. Wait till these guys come right up. So join me back and we will plate this and we will try our zrazy with our Silesian dumplings. Welcome back to the Polish Table with Agnieszka and friends. I'm Agnieszka, and we are finishing up our Silesian dumplings, our Kluski Slaskie. So, you know when they're ready, when they float right up to the top. Perfect. Oop. We're going to just put them right here. We're going to add our topping, which was the mushroom sauce that we used with our rehydrated mushrooms, our dried rehydrated mushrooms from Bacik. And we are going to plate it inside each little circle, which is so yummy. We're going to add a little bit of this sauce on top of the zrazy because that gives it full flavor. And the presentation makes it pretty. I love this dish, especially because it's from my hometown. I'm going to add a little salt and pepper for garnish. Very good. Do a little dill on there, or you could do marjoram, or you can even do paprika. Just plate that right onto the side, and you have a beautiful, colorful dish. It's very, very good. Really tasty. We're going to give it a try, see how it turned out. Take a bite from the dumpling. You kind of want it in this consistency so it doesn't fall apart. Perfect. Taste the mushrooms, the creaminess, the saltiness. And you want to make sure you take your toothpicks out, because I've been into a zrazy with toothpicks in it. Okay. Perfect. Look at that. You can see the pickles on the inside with a little bit of mustard. If you'd like my recipes, please take a look at my Facebook page, Agnieszka. Polish Table with Agnieszka and friends. Any comments, any suggestions, or if you want to share your recipes, you're more than willing to. I'm super happy to hear. Thank you for watching. I had a good time with you guys.